Hi drummers, hope you're well. Little drum fill of the week for you. It's going to go like this. Here it comes. Here we go. Here we go. So shout out here to channel member Jack. He was saying, can we give the 4-stroke Ruff some love? Can we have some more applications of the 4-stroke Ruff? That's a really good shout. So I was thinking about that. He asked me and I thought about it. I've actually done 2 gigs the last 2 nights, and in a lovely band that I play in, the Danny Mills band, where you're playing covers of songs, but it's fairly free. Like you can, within reason, play a lot of your own stuff. You follow the form of the song, you support the groove, you punctuate with the fills, but you don't have to play like, exactly note for note. So a lot of the time, and it's sort of encouraged that you have fun with it and play some exciting things that keep the energy up. We're talking about, a function band here, music for parties. And I realized that I do this a lot. I use a 4-stroke Ruff at the start of a drum fill as a little flourish to set it up. So we should say, by the way, a 4-stroke Ruff is very similar to a single stroke 4. It's a rudiment from Trinity, grade 2, and it goes like this. It's 3 grace notes and 1 main note. So 3 quiet notes leading into 1 louder note, and it's a single stroke roll sticking. So it goes left, right, left, right. You getting that? Left, right, right. Or if you start with your right, it goes right, left, left. And in the Trinity grade 2, what they do is they get you alternating. So you go left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, which is really cool, I think, because it builds a facility to play it either way with either side, which is super useful in the heat of battle. When you play music, you've got the option to go either way. That's cool. So when you first do it, rhythm-wise, I always think of it as triplets. Like it starts with a triplet feel, like on the and of beat 4, and you land on beat 1 with the 4th note. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, as in and triplet 1 and triplet 2 and triplet 3 and triplet 4. There's a really good video, I'll link to this actually on YouTube, which I saw a while ago, where the guy described it as radio 1, radio 2, radio 3, radio 4, which I thought was a really nice way of counting the basic 4-stroke Ruff when you just repeat it and alternate the sticking. Radio 1, radio 2, radio 3, radio 4. Like I said, I'll link to that below. I thought it was a really cool way of describing it. So that's that. And then with that sort of triplety feel, ba 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 ba. But as you get faster with it, you can, if you want to, play the grace notes much closer to the main note. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so it becomes much more of a sort of flourish. In this case, and quite often I am thinking of it as the 16th note triplet leading up to the beat. So anyway, the fill goes like this. So can you hear I'm playing? And what I'm doing is I'm playing the 3 little grace notes as the sort of lead into that. And the 4th note, the loud note of the 4-stroke Ruff, is beat 1 of the drum fill. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And that 1 there is your first beat of the fill, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So let's have a look. I'm thinking of this as quite a lot of the way a single stroke roll, sort of with an accent pattern in there, like I do for a lot of drum fills, honestly. And a lot of drummers do. On beat 1, we're talking about 1 E and a single stroke sticking. I'm going to go 1 E and So my lead hand here, my right hand is playing strongly, snare drum, tom-tom. My left stick is playing quiet, ghosted notes, unaccented notes in between. So 1 E and a. So remember, I'm doing the 4-stroke Ruff on the first hit of that. So the 3 little grace notes lead into it, and that will give you. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, beat 2 is 2 E and all on the snare drum, single strokes. The 2 and the are accented. 2 E and So far, 1 and 2 E and Beat 3 goes 3 E and classic little John Bonham type of moment, which I personally just like to use all over the place. And then beat 4, I did a flow on the snare and then a kick on and. So we've got 1 and 2 E and 3 E and. Let's go real slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 E and 3 E and 4 and 1. So we'll go 1 bar groove, 1 bar fill. Here it comes. Oh, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. So picking it up a little bit. So I'm playing the 4-stroke Ruff at the start as left, right, and that right there, the loud one, the 4th stroke of the 4-stroke Ruff is beat 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. All right, hope that makes a bit of sense. That's just one application, but thinking about it, that's probably the one I use the most, just sort of setting up the start of a drum fill. That's one example. Beyond that, really, whatever drum fill you're playing, it's always an option. You wouldn't want to overuse it and do it all the time, but it's always an option to use that 4-stroke Ruff to set up the first note of your fill. For example, if you're playing the classic, I don't know, flats in Dagenham, you could do a little, you could set it up like that at the start, couldn't you? So again, the 3 little grace notes, left, right, left, followed by the 4th note of the 4-stroke Ruff. The 4th note is the first note of the fill, if you see what I mean. So the fill is 3 and 4 E and. So you've got and 3 and 4 4, 1, 2, 3, So this is another example. So the point is you can set up pretty much any drum fill with that 4-stroke Ruff, and it's something that I find myself using a lot. A couple of things to say about this. One is I always think dynamics are really important on this. So those grace notes, almost always, my aim is to keep them as quiet as possible, and then you give it a real whip for that loud one at the end. And also, the other thing I was going to say about this is when you're playing your groove leading into it, because if you're going to start those 3 grace notes on the and, then almost always I would leave out the hi-hat or ride cymbal on the and, just before you go into this to give you space to play the grace notes. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and do you see what I mean? If you went 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it wouldn't fit. So you finish the groove on beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Do you get what I'm saying? So I've finished the groove on beat 4 to give you room to go, and 1, da 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 da, left, right, ba ba da ba, starting on the and. Hope that makes a bit of sense. Shout out to Jack. There you go, one application of the 4-stroke Ruff. And I'm just a big fan of thinking about things like this, because often those drum rudiments, people do them. People say, rudiments, do I really need to do rudiments? What's the point? Well, the point is they develop your skill, your technique, your smoothness, your flow, but also just musically really useful as well. You can just add a lovely flourish, a bit of subtlety, a bit of nuance, maybe a bit of a pro touch to your sound. Really big fan of the 4-stroke Ruff and applying it in that way. Hope that makes a bit of sense. Thanks for watching as always. Really appreciate it. Please like, share and subscribe. Thanks as always to all the amazing people who support this channel via my Buy Me a Coffee support page. I appreciate that so much. If you found these videos useful or helpful or enjoyed them in any way, and you're in a position to support this channel, please consider doing so via my Buy Me a Coffee support page. I'll link to that below. You can either buy me a virtual coffee. Thanks a million to all the lovely people who've done that. Or like Jack, you can become a channel member, a monthly member of this channel, supporting it, helping it grow, becoming part of it, and you get a whole lot of things in return, including a customized, personalized practice plan, ongoing drum support from me in the form of video responses and email responses as well, and a complimentary Zoom or face-to-face session where we get together and formulate a little practice plan for you based on where you're at and where you want to go, plus a load of other things as well, including members videos, breakdowns of the note-for-note covers that I do on this channel, and lots of other things as well, including notation, right? So on videos like this, you not only get the notation you can download, but you also get practice along version as well, which you can slow down and practice along with as much as you like. So if that sounds like it'd be of interest, please check out my Buy Me a Coffee support page. Thanks as always to Jack and all the amazing channel members who've done that, and see you soon. Thanks a million.